dish it out, I don't need a reservation. I want a snack or fox, this ain't no vacation. Your yesterday's leftovers, forgotten snack. It's time to question the flavor that you lack. Rhythm and rhyme, your spice got no dime. How will you triumph when you just served yourself? Welcome to the snack lovers, gaming and mystery so sublime. He's a hero, he's so fine, he's so cool, it must be a crime. He's a hero, he's so fine, when you're here it's party time. Are you a monster, or maybe a wife you? Such a passionate soul, here to take my life you. I think I'm in danger, really low on pity. Do you think I'll win the fitty-fitty? Rich as wine, my gotcha's on the line. How will you triumph when you just serve yourself? Welcome to the snack lovers, gaming and mystery so sublime. He's a hero, he's so fine, he's so cool, it must be a crime. He's a hero, he's so fine, when you're here it's party time. Welcome to the snack lovers, gaming and mystery so sublime. He's a hero, he's so fine, he's so cool, it must be a crime. He's a hero, he's so fine, when you're here it's party time. When it's time to dish it out, I don't need a reservation. I want a snack or fox, this ain't no vacation. Your yesterday's leftovers, forgotten snack. It's time to question the flavor that you lack. Rhythm and rhyme, your spice got no dime. How will you triumph when you just served yourself? Welcome to the snack lovers, gaming and mystery so sublime. He's a hero, he's so fine, he's so cool, it must be a crime. He's a hero, he's so fine, when you're here it's party time.
Alright, we are locked in. Game. Alright. Beneath a melting sky. Senior, do you remember Denia? You met her at the new solar celebration. She was the one who got us those tickets. She's been in the infirmary since the last accident. They're saying she's still not in any condition to take visitors. If it's not too much trouble, could you check on her for me? I've been asking Nana for updates, but she tells me the same thing every time. I'm worried. Got it. Appreciate you, Senior. All right. Let's travel over here. For anyone newly checking in, I am Walter Snackleverse, Snacklefox from the Snackleverse. I am a Foxboy VTuber, adventurer, gotcha gamer, programmer, and Christian. Tonight we're playing Wuthering Waves, dealing with new character Denia. And this is Navora. She's one of the villains who is trying to twist Denia into being a new member of the Fraxidus, the evil villains from Wuthering Waves.
Because your suffering is nothing like hers. It cannot make you stronger, but neither will it last. Enough staring at the dead bird, Denya. Why did you kill it? What's worthless doesn't deserve to continue. See? That was mercy.
This effect they're doing is pretty cool.
Accepted Aleph One's gift, the first in this world to do so. Now, tell me, how did it feel? I felt nothing. So, nothingness, the void, the dark, our good old friends. But why do you tremble, Denya? Everything begins in the void, and you, most of all, should find it cozy. Why did you kill it?
Aww.
Self-awareness, a lamentable flaw in the course of evolution. Now, look up, Denya. What do you see? The void and the dark. Good. Remember what you've seen. You will accept them, Denya. Become one with them. This is the world's first gift to you. At last.
Wow. Weird. In time, we'll all meet again in eternal darkness. No, not that old GameCube game. Maybe. No.
Signs indicate sustained recovery. Void matter activity remains within normal parameters. Target frequency has not yet returned to the syntony level. Initiating secondary protocol.
Can you hear my voice, Denya?
Hi, Chicklet. This is Armand from the Space Trek Collective. Can you come by now? Denny is awake and being kept in isolation in the infirmary. We'd like to work with you on her case. Sure. Much appreciated. See you soon. Beneath the melting night sky.
Denia, huh? You think she's alright?
Denia, the Fraxidus made no move while she was unconscious. Have they really abandoned what they worked so hard to achieve? Or are they biding their time for something else? Let's go see for ourselves.
Alright, how do I get down there? Okay. Here at the beginning of our mission.
Impossible. We will not agree to that condition. Please
In there? No, talk to him. Armand, of course. Okay. Guy was just talking to us.
Rover is here. Yes, I understand. Please rest assured. Sorry to pull you in on such short notice, Rover. I'm Arman. I sent the message. The situation's worse than we anticipated, so I'll keep it short.
Oh.
How's Denia?
She's awake. But just as we feared, the Fractsidus did something to her. After waking up, her frequency deteriorated rapidly into systemic failure. According to Rebel College's estimate, she has 1 week, at best.
What's gone wrong?
No idea. There's not enough time to even determine whether it's physiological or caused by the Threnodian. The new Federation is pressing charges over the Stridergate incident and the residual frequency on the dimmer planes. They want Denia handed over immediately. We didn't comply, of course. Denia was a Star Torch Academy student. Sending her there would turn her into a mere research subject and cost us our only chance to reach the truth or contest the charges.
I see the picture. When you say contest the charges, are you suggesting Denia is the key to breaking the stalemate?
Exactly. First, her connection to the Voidborn Threnodian has enormous research value. Even with the Stridergate sealed, she could open new directions for void matter science. And based on Iris's review of our prior interactions, Denia likely knows the source of the Threnodian frequency on the dimmer planes. The reason why her condition is worsening, too. If she is willing to cooperate, we can resolve this before the new Fed forces our hand. We treat her, she helps with the report. It'll be a win-win. Ideally.
Sounds like that didn't go very smoothly.
No. She's been resistant to any form of contact. This is where we need you, Rover. I'm sure you understand mental stability is a prerequisite for frequency control. You
Oh, that's powerful.
and
You need to be mentally stable to...
makes you a safer anchor in the negotiation.
Denia might be a viable opening. But until I figure out what the Fractsidus is planning and where they are now, I shouldn't commit to anything reckless.
Yeah.
I'll speak to her and make my judgment from there. Also, I want this meeting kept off the record. No files. Not even in Iris's archive.
Understood. And I'll leave this in your hands. Her identity is only known to very few now, I can assure you.
Keeping it completely off the record, that is serious business.
Whatever her reason was for saving me and Hyuki back then, she still carried out the Fractsidus' plan, and the Grand Architect's next move is still unclear. Have to stay cautious.
Aww. It's crazy that she has this gate ripped open in her chest.
Denia?
Aww.
Sasagrika. That was crazy, Rover. I didn't think you'd actually, drive that thing off.
Look at her hair, too.
So, you're just gonna keep staring? Do you always come empty-handed when you visit patients?
Aww.
Looks like she's free of the Threnodian's influence now. But that way of talking...
Are you aware of your condition right now?
Yeah, I'm dying, right? That person gave me a gift a long time ago. Said when the time comes, I'd finally get a nice sleep.
A gift? What is it exactly?
Who knows? But it's not hard to guess, is it? Just like a collar you put on cats and dogs, in case they get ideas.
Oh?
No. Cats and dogs might be too generous. At least they can still bite. I'm probably closer to a lab mouse now.
Aw.
So, Rover, did they send you to Sweet Talk a lab mouse?
Denia, I'm here because I chose to be. We've been on opposite sides before, but
There you go. Still all serious.
I want to try trusting you.
Right. In that case, am I supposed to look more excited? Too bad, Rover. I can't trust you in the same way. You saw me at my worst there. And you're still playing this game. You want answers. That's why you're here.
I won't deny it. You did save me once, though.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you'd died back there, it would have been game over. If you really want answers, how about we make a deal?
A deal?
Yes, a fair exchange. The collective can't get what they want from me. But you just might get what you want.
What's your condition?
Maybe you could stay with me for my birthday. This weekend. I'd like to have a good stroll in the academy again.
Your birthday is this weekend?
It could be, or not. Doesn't matter. What matters is you are there. I'm running out of time. Some things deserve a proper ending. With a good day.
An ending? What is she planning to do? But in her current state...
What? Doesn't feel safe even with you around? Then put another collar on me.
Aww.
Or a bomb. What's one more, right?
I'll see what I can do.
You mean that? But people at the academy, do they know?
Space Trek Collective never made your identity public. So for that day, you'll still be the Academy student Denia.
With a gigantic chain and a whole black hole stitched in your chest?
Always the busybody. Fine. Then it's a deal. Relax. I'll cooperate with their research for the next few days. Just don't get your hopes up. The Grand Architect wouldn't be sloppy enough to leave me unhandled.
Hello, Lazy. Welcome in. We're playing some Wuthering Waves tonight.
I'll see you this weekend, Rover.
Have you seen my Wuthering Waves streams yet? I'm trying to remember. Do you need to be caught up in what I'm doing? Also, since you're in, now's a good time to do polls. Okay. So, I started Wuthering Waves, technically back when it was released, but I had computer problems. I had an old computer that is currently being used for what I call my stream computer, and I built a new gaming computer right before the first Wuthering Waves anniversary. So a little bit over a year ago. And right now they're doing the new Wuthering Waves anniversary. So it's been about a year I've been streaming on this new computer. And I started up back then. I got my first new character in a while, Zani. Before that, I jumped in just to get Camellia, who is like a little crazy, a little yandere. And before that, I didn't have much. I had like Calcharo. Camellia was like my first like limited unit. So after Zani, I got a bunch more new characters. I only recently got my first Ice DPS. I've been without an Ice DPS for the whole time I've been playing. My first good Fire DPS was Galbrina. My first good Wind DPS was Cardathea. I was just adding on the best units I could for DPS and supports as they came out. And now we've got Denia, who is Fire DPS or support, depends on how you want to use her. And the previous patch, I finally got my Ice DPS, Hiyuki. And I guess you don't know the story then either. When I first started playing, it had kind of a very, very confusing story. Wuthering Waves doesn't start out the greatest. At least it's a lot of technobabble, a lot of confusing words, a lot of abstract concepts, and everything is going wrong. As they hit the second region, which was Renacita, they really stepped up their efforts. It was like when Genshin hit Inazuma. Genshin's writing was better in the beginning, but Genshin's writing was better in the beginning, but it really stepped up in Inazuma. So they both stepped up essentially when they hit their 2.0. And then the Renacita era was all about kind of like Italy. Like the Black Shores was kind of like a very techno-futuristic but also kind of fantasy sometimes. Whereas you go to Renacita, it's a bit more historical. They've still got the techno. And I describe Wuthering Waves, by the way, as the closest we're getting to Final Fantasy from like the PlayStation era. If you go back to like Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII,
What matter do you seek answers for today?
Final Fantasy IX, and then a little bit of like, I guess 10 and 12, which were on PS2. So like that era of Final Fantasy, Wuthering Waves is the closest we get, and it's pretty good at that. Whereas Square Enix has kind of abandoned, I think, that type of storytelling, and we've been begging for it, and I think we get it through Wuthering Waves. So also character designs are very much, after Renacita, step up significantly. Black Shores were kind of samey, not all that great. A couple of them okay, but all very, very cool once we get to Renacita. And we're now in the third region, which goes by Lahai Roy, or the Star Torch Academy, and a couple other things. The combat in... I should tell a little bit more about the story. The story of Wuthering Waves is confusing. Like I said in the beginning.
Greetings, Rover. I will escort you for the time.
There we go. Please give me something good. Aw, that's her, that's her. So, if it isn't clear,
Keep this between us.
she has a black hole in her chest. That's power. All of the monsters and people are represented somehow by frequencies. Frequencies of sound or light or what, or maybe just, yeah, it's cool. Or maybe not sound or light, but yeah, and I've got a, whoa, that's a cool weapon. I think what does it do? What does it do? I think I'll get it, but no. Oops. I forget how to look these things up. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think it's worth getting. The pity is a little bit shorter than a MiHoYo game, about 10 pulls shorter, and the weapon banner is a lot safer. Like, look, I was not expecting to get it that early. We're great. Oh man. So the monsters and the people are made somehow of frequencies of like life. And because it's not like a DNA thing as much as it is this frequency, the villains, the Fraxidus, have managed to combine their human frequencies with monster frequencies and gain ridiculous powers through that. They're sometimes they act nicer than you'd expect, especially this Denia character. Sometimes she makes friends with them. But they're also kind of like yandere sometimes. So we're trying to stop them, and there's also this kind of like, there are these like demon-like monsters beneath them called the Threnodians, which and there's also like these characters, these like godlike forces called the Sentinels, and each of the Threnodians and Sentinels can have a representative that powers them up. Though sometimes the heroes get connected with the Threnodian through backstabbing or something. So like when we were in Renacida, confusing stuff happened. So Denia right here, my new girl, right there, she is connected to the like Threnodian of Lahai Roy, who is a black hole. And that's why she has a black hole inside of her. Actually, let's try out her... Let's try out... Oh, got that. Claim rewards. Oh, okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, let's do a trial so you get to see some combat. Denia. She provides damage bonus for the team. Fusion burst and tune strain. So you'll notice Forte gauge. My brain kind of These characters are very complex. Comparable in their own way to Eternal Resonant Solstice. Comparable in their own way to that. They don't get as complex in team building, but there's a lot of meters and stuff going on.
I'm not much of a fighter. Oh, please.
Also, a lot of them are like flying all over the place.
Enough, please.
Whoa.
Devour.
See how floaty, like, flying everywhere it is?
Whirling up. Soul sing in harmony. To the Savior's victory. The world is mine to guard. Objective locked. Come on.
And this is Imeth, who is the previous character of this element that they released earlier this year. And she turns into, like, a Gundam? Because she, like, dissolved herself, kind of like, I think happened in Evangelion. Alright, got all that. The Threnodians can kind of like spawn monsters everywhere and can possess people and can just cause all sorts of like world level problems that go crazy. And the curse of the Threnodian is called the Lament. So when they talk about the Lament and all the problems that it's caused, they're talking about monsters coming, and they're talking about dealing with like world level destruction sometimes. The last patch we were like, yeah, we're about to be hit by that black hole. It's gonna try to come through the Strider Gate, and we've got to go through the Strider Gate first and stop it. And we're both gonna fight with our giant robot avatars one against each other instead of having to fight the black hole directly. You pass along Denia's request to Armin.
Birthday? At the academy? I see. That is an unexpected request. But if that's the key to cooperation, the collective will treat it as a special case.
She said she wants a proper ending for some things. But I don't know her true intent yet. We'd better be careful.
Noted. We'll initiate a full risk assessment immediately and draft a comprehensive operational and contingency plan.
What are you talking about?
Would you be available in the afternoons of this weekend? She asked for you specifically.
I'll do my best.
Really appreciate your support.
So I don't know this Armin guy.
Personal request.
Rover is the main character, the girl in the weird black dress.
I'll send you the finalized plan before then. Let's stay in touch on Waves line.
You're like, girl, you're wearing like a bathing suit out there. Wait for 2 days. Okay, some other characters I have. This is Hiyuki. She's my new ice DPS. Very cool. And then she does like a parry thing. This is Linne, who's kind of like my Gyaru biker girl, former mercenary. Look at that jacket. This is Chisa, kind of like a schoolgirl trapped in time. She's got on like this ragged jacket over her school outfit. We rescued her from like a special time warp that was slow in time. She has scissors. Other characters. This is Morny Eye. That's her in one of her outfits. She normally looks a little bit more professional. She lost her legs, but she's like an engineer, and she summons these like funnels or things that warp around her to fight. She's also kind of like a support healer, so She'll do cool looking stuff, but you're like, thanks for the healing. I didn't need all that.
Your call.
This guy's like a samurai guy. And he supports people using skills tied to the monsters. So Galbraina here has monster abilities, including this guy floating around her. And look at the claws on her right hand. Like it ate her right hand and replaced it. So she gets a bonus from this guy.
I'm ready.
We have Augusta, who we kind of joked around about as the Moika from like equivalent, but she's Electro, even though she's got like a big sun on her head. And she formed that sword by like her skill. She just pulled all this metal together, thousands of swords that she defeated people in battle, and formed her own sword. Because you can see down at the bottom, like those are just swords down there. And she just wields it like a big great sword. And her big thing is that you get her ult up, and then she does a bunch of slashes. This is Cardathea. She looks a lot like a certain VTuber I follow. I won't say who right here, but this is like her loli form. When you do her ult, she goes like Super Creek mommy form. Like big boobs. It's crazy that you get both of them in one character. And only while she's in that other form does she look like absolutely ridiculously hot for my taste. She runs around like this. This is her support, Shakona. She's like a bard. She strums up wind, and then she sets it down, and it acts like an on-field status effect. Who are you showing me? Haha, lowly. This is Zani in her outfit. That's what I got her as. She was a bodyguard for one of the Italian families. When she goes into her ult mode, she rips off her top. Somewhat. It's not super crazy, but you're like, what is going on? I didn't know you could do this in Gacha. This is her support, Phoebe, who is like a priestess of the church. Both these do like light damage. Camellia, the first real character I got. So she's got these like vines coming out of her hair, and she's got flowers implanted in her body, and she's got like, I guess, a leotard underneath. But when she attacks, she basically uses the plants. They come out of her body, and she has the plants do her fighting for her. And if you look in her eyes, you can see, okay, this girl's kind of crazy. Shorekeeper is like a computer system that assists Rover to manage the Black Shores, and this is her body, and she's like a healer and crit bonus character.
I see my way clear.
This is like the DPS that I used off the standard banner when I first got the game. I think he's supposed to have like Sephiroth's voice, so everyone went super crazy for him in the beginning, and then they were like, you just doomed him as far as DPS goes very quickly. Like, Electro DPS, cool, everyone wanted him as one of the better DPS characters, but he's off of the standard banner. Really, there's only like one character they use off the standard banner right now, and it's her. And a lot of people don't even use her anymore. Like, she's a healer, but there's better ones. But people did use her for like a year and a half. They abandoned this guy in like 3 months. A bunch of other random characters. This girl, I think, was heavily inspired by Rena from ZZZ, because she has these two puppet characters. Nothing else besides that, but like, they just had a character with two puppets. They did a lot of copying back in the day. Not bad copying, but like, oh, it's a little on the nose.
Let me be there for
Okay.
everyone.
Rover, main character, in her normal outfit, not the like.
In the past,
This is her schoolgirl outfit right here.
I should try to smile.
4-star support, still pretty useful for some teams.
Make this quick. I've experienced
4-star
this
support, useful for my Augusta.
Why hesitate if you know what
Healer, if I don't even have Rena. This guy is a lion dog character, but he came before Gaming. So like, they're both heavily very, very similar. She is so adorable. She's kind of like the Lynette of this game, but she's a mouse. But she's kind of got like the same attitude and very skittish sometimes. And kind of like, I wish they made you into a 5-star so I could play you more often, because you don't make sense to play even though your kit might be kind of cool.
I'll do my best.
Also 5-star, not very good.
Perfect weather for a walk.
They made this girl so crazy. Like, she's got some jiggle. And she's hot. I'd pull her out a lot in the beginning. I can't do it much now. And that eye thing with the hair, she's kind of like the Remiel of this game if she was a decent unit. I guess she was decent in the beginning.
Let's reach farther destination.
Worst support in the game, I've heard.
Another day.
Also the worst support in the game.
Behold.
There's my new character. A new 4-star that I haven't done anything with.
Gotcha.
Same.
Anything I can help you with?
I don't know what he does. I think he's a bad 4-star supporter. Onyx Fury, welcome in.
Anything
Gotcha.
Behold.
I just got her.
The colors of the stars. This moment only.
She's kind of freaky. Onyx Fury. Don't mess with girls that have black holes in their chest. And also, this is her weapon. It's a teddy bear with a black hole in its chest. So that's a little bit of the stuff I have for Wuthering Waves. Time Warp. Wait another 2 days? I thought I did. Yeah. Oh, so Lazy, Onyx Fury posted a YouTube video in the Discord. She did some singing, which we appreciate. So that's what she's referring to. Chucklet, the approvals are through. Everything is set. You can pick up Denia at the station. Up there? How? Yes, one song. But you posted one earlier that you since took down, I think?
The procedure and contact list have been sent to your terminal. All steps and contingency measures are included.
Operational procedure and approved contact list for the escorted outing of specially confirmed resonator Denia. Classification restricted. Basis for approval. Pursuant to the Lehigh-Roy Void Matter Protection and Safety Regulations, and following joint review by the Department of Void Matters and Academy President Lucilla, approval is hereby granted for the specially confined resonator Denia to conduct escorted area activities within limited areas. Operational procedure. Not reading that all. Let's scan it quickly. Ah ha 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 ha. Okay, we have standby help. And she's wearing a resonance suppression device linked to the iris system. We have an itinerary to walk around. Visits to the lazy. Onyx Fury is a she. If abnormal frequency. Sigrika Hiyuki and Natasha. I don't know Natasha yet. Secondary contacts. Isaiah, Banlu. I don't know any of those. Alright.
Very detailed. I see a resonance suppression device and declared contact entries. Everyone's agreed on those?
Yes. At Denia's request, we used her terminal to schedule the meetings under a recovery discharge notice. She'll be approaching them today as a student.
Yeah.
The suppression device was her idea, a guarantee of cooperation. She said it would make things fair, even though she doesn't really need it in her current state. Here, take this. If she starts feeling unwell, have her use it. It should make her feel better.
So, you found a way to relieve her frequency failure?
No, these are only tranquilizers. We've adjusted the dosage for this operation. As for a treatment plan, we'll try and work out a revised version as soon as possible.
No wonder Denia behaved that way last time. She had already seen this coming.
What's the bottleneck?
The diagnosis from Rebel College shows that the problem doesn't lie with her resonance ability, but a failure in her self-regulation mechanism. We're still validating several hypotheses regarding the symptoms. Hopefully, we'll have answers soon.
This is looking grimmer than I thought. Still, if it's related to Threnodian frequencies, the Black Shores might have better solutions.
Don't concern yourself with the research. For now, we'll need you to focus on today's operation. Please contact us if anything...
Yeah.
Are we good to go?
Yes. Hope you both have a pleasant day.
So, I'll be in your hands today, Rover. You promised me a birthday. Remember? Why the serious face?
You didn't sound like this last time.
Because today, I'm Denia, a proud student of Star Torch Academy.
Okay. I like that it was a nickname.
Try it like me. Loosen your mouth, relax your eyes. There. See? You look nicer when you smile.
I can do that. But remember your situation. Don't...
Yeah, I know. Finally, they let me out for a walk. Feels kind of nice being a student, doesn't it, Rover?
Yeah.
Funny. You'd think there'd be more people on the weekend. Don't tell me. They heard I was coming and decided to
Was running around her like a cat. Lazy has been chaired.
Right? Yes. This is where you're supposed to meet Sigrika.
Sagrika, when was the last time we went shopping together?
Aww.
If the elevator breaks, do we get stuck here?
What are you thinking?
Cut it open.
Wow, the elevator was fast.
The bongos!
Let's go, Denia.
This feels like walking into an exam. You'll have my back when she starts asking questions, right?
Alright, there's Sigrika. She's so nervous! They look like they could be twins.
Hey, Rover. Wanna swing by the arcade first?
Are you trying to avoid Sagrika?
Oh, so you saw.
Yes. You made it so obvious.
This is your own request. Give me a reason to cancel it.
The reason is, I'm not feeling so great. Maybe we should just. Senior, Dania.
The electricity.
Wow. Hi, Siggy. Did I keep you waiting?
No, I just got here too. Oh, why are you with Dania today, Senior?
The doctor asked me to keep her company.
Oh, I see. I heard Dania's been in the ward for quite a few days. Every time I went to the infirmary, Dr. Luke said you still needed some rest. So, are you feeling better now?
Oh, I was better a while ago. Guess it's just bad sleep.
Oh, she's such a gaslighter.
Never as comfy as your own room.
Bad sleep? Have you been having nightmares again? I heard what happened last time really affected a lot of people. You don't think it's because of the void matter contamination, right?
Of course not. I just pretended to be sick for a bit longer, so I don't have to get back to class so soon.
Everything she says is a lie.
Relax. Having Rover watch over me is plenty. Come on, Siggy. Didn't you want to go photograph the white bird in the garden? It'll be off duty if you don't hurry.
She's trying to abandon her.
Okay then. Make sure you catch up with us later on, Senior. Did you know, Nia? The photography fan club is planning to apply for a studio.
They have budget for that? Was it the prize they won from the campus event?
Yeah. They won't stop talking about how much they owe you.
The look! That was crazy! The blip! I love the blip.
You're yawning more than usual today. Are you sure it's not some kind of after effect?
Yes,
No way.
you saw it too.
Inside too long. Got a little sensitive to sunlight.
No.
Alright,
We
we're
can't
going
stop
over
all the
here
time.
to take a picture.
For you.
The blah, no, it's the blep, B-L-E-P. And there's a similar one called the mlem, M-L-E-M. Or you mean the noise was the blah?
Photography fan club's here. Wanna go say hi?
I'll pass. A bunch of camera-obsessed weirdos. Their prize money has nothing to do with me anyway.
What are you talking about? Without you, they would have shut down by now.
The noise, okay. Prize money.
It was for an Academy promo thing. The theme was Star Torch, Moments of Happiness. Why?
So you're a pro?
I was the model, actually. Someone came to me and said they'd buy me a luxury buffet if I agreed to pose for a couple of photos while eating. For a moment, I genuinely believed they were being generous.
What about Snackle Fox?
I even skipped a meal on purpose. Turned out their luxury buffet was the cafeteria.
Are you imagining that you're Denia Onyx Fury?
But the photos came out beautifully. They even made it to the Fuel's A Seal-Proof Guide to Enrollment.
It's just marketing for freshmen. You smile no matter what you're eating. That's what being a model feels like, I suppose. Besides, you know I never really liked taking photos.
Aww. Oh? Good news, I hope?
Yeah, you're right. The only time we took a group photo was when Nivora insisted. Huh. Speaking of Nivora, I wonder how she's doing now.
Siggy? Let's take another photo together.
Aww.
Really? That's a first for you.
Come on, Rover. You too. And can I borrow your camera?
So this is what it's about? What is Yaya? Oh, nice. Well, I hope everything works out for you, Onyx Fury.
3, 2, 1. Cheese!
Aww.
I'll save the photo on Rover's terminal for now. We can print it someday.
Look! In the photo! It's the white bird! It flew that way! An unidentified rare species. The fabled pure white bird. It's been a year since we first saw it.
Yay means yippee. Okay. So you're like cheering for them getting the photo and stuff. Yeah.
For all we know,
Or something from her dad.
its resonance ability.
As if. I'm pretty sure it flew this way. Where did it go?
Why don't we split up? You head that way, Siggy. Rover and I will check this way.
Okay. Ping me on the terminal if you find anything.
Let's get moving.
What's going on over here?
Hey, can you imagine her face if we told her the white bird is just Hiyuki's ability?
I don't think it'd be a big deal.
We would. Hiyuki is, well, kind of scary.
Hahaha.
Isn't she? Always popping up out of nowhere with a blade. Will she be watching us like this the whole time today?
Hyuki is just doing her job. And she's kinder than she looks.
Yeah, have your own place.
No. She sometimes reminds me of you, but unfortunately, that's my least favorite kind of person.
Why?
What? Are you saying you care about my opinion, Rover? Sorry. Being straightforward doesn't do it for me.
That sounded straightforward.
Okay, I'll stop. I wonder how Sagrika's getting on. Let's go find her. She headed this way, right? Where did she go?
Senior, I lost track of you guys. I'm at the communications area right now. Got it.
Let's get moving.
Yeah, I hope everything works out. I hope that you can take care of your stuff and everything if you get the house.
You can't find it either? Maybe not today then.
Seriously, Siggy. If you went into biology, you'd be a legend by now.
I just want to confirm a new species before I graduate. And you really don't come out enough, Denya. A little more activity would be good for you.
Oh, Onyx Fury redeemed a hydrate. Let me, got my tea again with the chosen mug.
Please, give me a break. I'm not exactly built for running or fighting like you are.
Since when are you bad at fighting?
Didn't you say you wanted to call home? The booth looks empty right now.
Oh, it is. That's rare. There's usually a line here.
Go on, before they start worrying. I've got some.
Oh, that helps. Renting out rooms is more difficult than you know. You have to maintain good relationships with your roommates. It helps. And to be fair, they'll be better than your family, I'm sure.
Let's get moving.
I've always tried to keep roommates, but I was used to it. I knew what I was doing.
Everything from back then. Why would I ever contact those people?
And who are you calling?
This'll do. I'll just open the comm, and you can wait here with me for a while.
You've been doing this all along?
Yeah, it was all made up to keep her happy. But I didn't realize how much effort it takes to keep a simple lie going.
This will only complicate things.
But I can't be honest with her, can I? She's all cheerful on the outside, but she bears more than enough worries for her size. As her friend, that's the least I can do. And besides, having a sweet, trusting friend like her around is a great cover, isn't it?
That's self-deluding.
I thought you'd put it more gently. All right. Looks like she's finished her call. Let's head over.
Let's get moving.
See, when I fought Denia earlier on, I thought that she was like being controlled by the Fraxidus. Like she was their puppet almost. But now it seems like she was more all in. You would be happy with roommates. Okay, okay.
Oh, this part. Finally.
What made you want to buy cake today, Denya?
I'm just imagining Onyx Fury becomes a streamer and a content creator.
You'll find out soon enough.
Let's get moving.
Climb up the wall. Over to the cafe. You don't have the device, meaning like a good enough computer. Or any computer, I guess.
Include frostwork dumpling, fern spore kelp biscuit,
What are these foods?
roll, and
Oh, yeah. You typically want to get a phone, too. How do you play Resident Solstice without a phone? Or do you have Android? I have an Android, but I also have a secondary, like, cheap iPhone to use for VTube tracking.
Do you think you could assemble them into a cake?
What is that? Nonsense. Okay, you have Android as well. The superior product, I'll say, as a programmer.
Taste aside, the operational procedure was very clear about food intake. I should check with Arman.
That nonsense was tasty. Patients need to be careful about food safety. Aww.
I'm just going through the motions. She can eat it for me.
What is with that wink? I love her. She is so...
Prizes and desserts. We could order a cake from them if you want. What kind of style are you thinking of?
Oh, really? Then can I add rainbow bean pop rocks? And creeping torch pine nuts. Oh, and some fruit crackle too?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, poor Sigrika.
Denya, you can't put pop rocks on a cake. You need to start with a base flavor.
That sounds like a challenge, Sigrika. I would go ahead and do it.
Okay. Let me think.
Banana.
Let's get an orange cake. I promised Sigrika we'd celebrate together. She likes oranges.
As somebody from the world of Florida, within the Snackoverse, I approve this orange flavor.
But make sure you add everything I mentioned earlier, okay?
You'll get your Pop Rocks. Woo woo. Tell Armand about the cake. Lazy. I make my YouTube videos on my phone. But yeah, if you're gonna stream, you need a computer most of the time. You don't absolutely need to, but if you want to do it right, like, if Lazy wants to stream Resident Solstice, they probably do. Even the vendors won't touch those. Don't buy them. We'll take care of the cake. Ingredients and preparation will need to be vetted. Did she specify what kind of cake she wants? An orange cake. Copy. There are some additional requirements. Add rainbow bean pop rocks, creeping torch pine nuts, and fruit crackle. Armand has withdrawn a message. Understood. We'll make it happen. Expect completion this evening.
Have you decided yet? What's it going to be, Denya?
Keeping it a secret for now.
The cake will be ready tonight. The look on Sigrika's face.
Tonight might not work for me. I promised Professor Mornier I'd help out at the reactor drive today.
We'll probably get you out of that.
Well, that's a shame, Siggy. I was hoping to share the birthday cake with you, but I guess you'll just have to make do with the leftovers.
Birthday cake? Wait, today's your birthday? So that's why Rover is...
Denny, I wanted to surprise you. And I can probably get you out of that helping with Morny Eye.
I'll leave Professor Mornier a message.
It's all right, Siggy. I'm sure you've got something really important to do with Professor Mornier.
Well, asking for a day off once in a while wouldn't.
No running away from it. How can you become the kind of person you look up to if you run away from something like this?
But aren't you the one who's been telling me it's okay to run away this whole time, Denya?
It was just to make you feel better. I say it to everyone.
No, you're acting super weird today. All of a sudden, you asked me to
Stop being a weird champ.
pictures with you, revealed it's your birthday. and told me not to run away. It's not like you at all.
Ziggy,
Are you hiding something from me?
Like that big
couldn't you be a
black
little
hole in the
more
middle of your
sensitive
chest.
at a time like this, Sigrika?
Uh-oh.
If you want me to keep playing dumb, I can do that. And I'll leave it there, as usual. But there's only one thing I want to make sure. Will you still be celebrating your birthday this time next year?
I will.
Then next year, we'll celebrate your birthday together. Promise?
Promise.
How about we make a cake together when the time comes?
Aww.
I thought you said there's only one thing you wanted to make sure of.
Denia still has some checkups to do tonight. Maybe after she's fully recovered in a few days.
You sound just like Dr. Harrison, Senior.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Uh-oh.
We made a promise. Right. Off I go to sort out some files.
Aww.
You go get those files, Sigrika.
Happy birthday, Denia.
That was tough. I'm never good at this with her around.
Aw, it is very sad. I don't think that she's actually gonna die, but I don't know.
Well, that made things really awkward at the end. If you'd just listened to me and moved on.
Yes? Are there feelings? I kind of didn't get all of it the first time through. Because the first time through it was like very casual. And Sigrika was just figuring things out and it all went kind of fast. And then they revealed that this girl is like a supervillain. Sigrika really cares about you.
Oh, sneaky you. Being so nice and kind all of a sudden. I'm really impressed hearing those words from you. I suppose you must have gone through plenty of farewells, haven't you?
I think they're just friends. I don't think they're at like they were roommates level. But
Strong.
these games like to hint at it even so.
Keep it up.
Like they like to leave it a mystery.
All for you. All right, break time's over. I almost died of boredom being stuck in the sickbed these past few days. How about you and I go play some video games, Rover?
All right.
Do you know the girl who always shows up at the cafeteria?
That was an entrance? No. It over here. They can't be. It's part of the meta. I mean, Honkai Impact the Third, I think, was more. Why do I see disappointment on your face now? That's too much of a word. I know someone as sharp and smart as you would clear this game in no time. But isn't it normal to be a bit emotional when you finally finish a game? Well, it's just a little game I made on a whim. And don't worry, its underlying structure is completely safe. It just brings your hidden persona to the surface for a little while. Pretty funny, isn't it? True. Well, even I find myself craving something fresh to break up the daily grind every now and then. And honestly, with so many brilliant students around, I never have to look so far for a spark of inspiration. So adding Rainbow Bean Pop Rocks into the game was also part of your plan? It works like a catalyst. Otherwise, the game would be far too boring and bland. Hey, you go ahead with that. Like, this game likes to give you a push and then watch as you fall into it. But it won't actually tell you that it happened. That's up for you to find out. That's none of my business. He signed up for it himself. He volunteered to make sure everything stayed under control. Makes sense to me. It's his invention after all. Mornia also helped work on the theories, though only a tiny part during the initial phase, before she got buried under a mountain of student essays. Oh, yeah. But also, Denia is such a gaslighter. Ouch. No need to be so harsh. It was just an academic collaboration. So, you did all this just to let me have a try? Exactly. You get to experience something different. Reactions or personalities you don't normally get to see. What's your verdict? A funny little surprise, I hope? What if I say no? Isn't she fancy? I just want to do a fancy voice. Then I'll have to try something else next time. I hope you did find a bit of unusual fun in this little interlude, Chocolate. Are you describing how dangerous her clothes are? She's a very lethal woman. She's also like the headmaster. And she's so tall, like, you don't have any choice about where to look. Ka-chow!
Wait, really? I even gave you the hint. Don't tell me. You're the type who during a date wants to watch separate movies and just meet up afterward.
No.
Roy blocks with you? Brings back bad memories.
Aw. You have such a good memory. Alright. Let's start with your game.
Play Ka-chow. Ah, this one.
Wait. That character you're using.
Aww.
Me? That feels a bit odd. And is that Sagrika next to you? Oh, there's a cake coming down.
Keep the joystick steady.
Oops, would have gone the other one.
Is Sagrika moving faster than I am? Here, let me give it a go.
All yours.
What are you... No! She's taking control and she's bad! And this cleavage is part of the skirt.
I'm dead.
Cleavage and part of the skirt is up so high it's practically struggling. Yeah, I mean, she's a gotcha character, and she's the headmaster of the school,
Yes, Agrika,
and
I don't
she's an expert in combat. She's got to do a little bit of everything. And that explains why she has jaw-dropping cleavage and a skirt that's up so high. You know what they say, get good.
I haven't figured out these new games yet. Let's just go play Lahiroi Blocks, Rover. How about we compete for high scores? I've been really good at it since I was a child, you know.
Is that why you threw blocks at me?
Still holding grudges, are we? Or is this your way to get my attention?
Alright, it's not fancy. She's got a fancy hat. Or like, right? Oh yeah, this thing. Alright.
I didn't know you were this good. Well, anyway, I was wondering, how did you and Ziggy get acquainted, Rover?
We met during the new solar celebration.
I heard Ziggy mention
The hat is the only thing fancy.
Any stories you mind sharing?
Fair enough.
I know what happened. Weren't you the ones behind it all?
That wasn't my plan at all.
Was that enough?
You were gonna say goodbye to her, right?
I suppose. I wanted to treat her to some cake, and then get it off my chest when the time was right.
You mean the birthday, the goodbye, or you've been lying to her the whole time?
All of it, I guess. I actually hoped she'd be angry.
You want her to be mad at you? Why?
That way, by the time she realizes I'm gone, she won't feel as upset. Knowing your ex-friend died is better than losing an actual friend. Right?
No! That's not true! She won't see it that way.
That is why I hate people like you, keeping all the burdens on yourself. When you know you can ignore them. The exact way of life I loathe.
But you still encouraged her.
Stares at the Snackle Fox. What are you asking for? What is this stare?
Oh, sneaky you. Beating my score while I was distracted talking.
How else am I supposed to beat you? It was you who used this trick first.
Little things like this every now and then can actually make you more likable, okay? Anyway, it's getting late.
Stares harder.
Moving.
Watch out for them stairs, bro.
Place for pastime.
Do you know that joke, Onyx Fury?
Another visit.
Okay. Well, maybe. Oh, yeah. And we're leaving. So there was this old stupid webcomic called Homestuck. And within Homestuck, there was a stupid webcomic that was a parody of other webcomics called Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Do you know this one, Lazy? So, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff had dumb character designs and stares death ray beams shoot out of her eyes. Can I pull for your gotcha character, Onyx Fury? I want a character with death beams, death ray beams shoot out of her eyes. Anyway. uh, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff were a parody of, like, gamer comics from the 2000s. Like Penny Arcade. They had stupid mouths, and they were, like, copied and pasted over and over to get maximum JPEG artifacts. And, like, the first or second comic, this guy's just, like, he bought a bunch of video games from the GameStop or whatever, and he's wandering down the stairs. And his, like, sweet bro tells him, watch out for them stairs, bro. And then he stumbles, and then like, sweet bro was like, I told you to watch out for them stairs. And it was like an anti-joke, but it was kind of funny.
Well, you look paler than you were before. A patient should get plenty of rest.
There's Natasha.
And this is... Oh, wait. You must be Rover, right? I'm surprised to see Denia with you. She didn't cause you any trouble, did she?
Oh, she's a gaslighter, all right, but she's been a real joy.
No, not at all. It's her birthday today, and the infirmary asked me to take her out for some fresh air.
Did they now? That makes it sound even more suspicious.
Have you known each other long?
Sure. She wasn't hard to miss. Taking naps here in her school. When she heard I needed data on the Void Storm at the time, she just rushed out of campus with that sketchy bubble of hers. What were you thinking, really?
That was ages ago. Can we please move on?
Well, I feel I should pass it on to as many people as possible before I graduate. And you? Try not to be the hero all the time.
I like to pretend that I could make the air my weapons and choke the oxygen out of the enemy without touch. Sounds like you want to be a wind character.
Graduate?
Here, this is for you. I never got the chance to give it to you.
What is this?
Nagging me about that Royan Fairy Tales collection. I had a friend print.
Look at her eyes! She looks so cute right there.
I had no idea it's your birthday today. So, consider it a birthday gift from me, Denia.
Nastasha, your hands.
Just a minor issue from that incident earlier. Don't worry. Dr. Herson said I'll barely notice it in a few years.
Oh, did she get robo hands?
It's from that void matter contamination. But if it can heal, as you said, then there's really no need for you to leave, right? With all those advanced techs of the Space Trek Collective.
Well, that's exactly why they deemed it's no longer safe for me to stay here. Something about Lahai Roy's environment makes the contamination even worse for the nervous system.
But
who would have thought my own thesis would set me up for early retirement?
But you once said your dream is to
unveil the secrets of void matter particles for all mankind? I recall saying something like that, yeah. But listen, Denia.
Aww.
Sometimes just...
Use wind ninja stars and wind shurikens. That is totally a gacha character.
No, that's not it. Even someone like me can tell. Everyone here signed the agreement. If they choose to leave Lahai, that means...
calling it quits. Not even close. Who knows, maybe I'll come back from the new Federation in a couple of years. It's too bad you'd have already graduated by then.
That's not what I meant. You've always been a great student, Nastasha. It shouldn't have ended like this.
Aww. I'm down, Denia.
Everything that's happened. It's all my fault.
Aww.
What's with you
today. How is this your fault?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nastasha. Denia's not fully recovered yet. You'll have to excuse us.
I see. Keep your eyes on the road. She seems a little off today.
Oh, and happy birthday, Denia.
Mm.
You okay, Denia? Your frequency is very unstable now. You should take your meds. Come with me. Feeling better? Based on the frequency shown during her complications, things are worse than what Armand said. At this rate, she won't even last a week. Is this why she chose today?
Try to comfort her. Yeah, I'm crying.
She's got talent. The collective won't give up on her.
Try to sit closer to her. Enter Natasha's present. Yeah.
You're right. I've been lying to myself all along. I'm sorry. I lied to you. It's actually not my birthday today.
Why use this as your excuse?
That's because a birthday is supposed to be proof that you were born. That's what they always say, right?
I didn't actually care whether it was your birthday or not, Denia.
Everyone has a birthday. Zagrika has one. So does Nastasha. Even those Tard E units manufactured in factories have their own birthdays.
Tard E is a name of a name, alright. Wow.
But I don't. The Fraxidus has no record of my birth. Nothing to prove my identity. There's only this image burrowed inside my head. Playing over and over again in my dreams. In it, I would always step into the same lake. A woman sways her arms in the wind, crying. She stares from afar, calling out to me. Denia. Denia.
Denia.
Das Videnia.
Dasvidania?
So if I truly had a name and a birthday, maybe I could then die as a real person. No?
What makes you think it's so?
Because I'm running out of time. I'm out of time for so many things. But I can at least try to die with a little dignity, right? I should get to act like a real person. Face what I've done. Say a real goodbye. And then just end it the right way.
Honestly, I'd rather you not die, Denia.
What a shame. I even picked a good day to do it.
Yeah, but
But I never practiced how to properly say goodbye to them.
I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it out. Like, they don't like letting gacha characters die. It's rare.
Lying is the only thing I'm good at.
Is this the ending you're happy with?
Of course not. But at least I was able to see their goofy smiles as I had them completely fooled, just like before. Something to be
Yeah.
happy about, I guess.
But you're crying.
It's just a reaction. That's all. The idea that everything will just vanish, that it'll all go back to the void, it makes me cry. Instantly.
Yeah.
Just like years ago, when I touched it for the first time.
Even after you die, tomorrow, the sun still rises.
Of course I know that. It's not like I think the world will change once I die.
It will change.
Sigrika and Nastasha's lives will change. They'll lose an important friend. No matter how they ultimately break from the shadows, what is lost forever.
Ever thought about continuing your life?
Do I deserve to?
That's not for me to judge. But in Renacida, I've met people just like you. In the lives forced upon them, happiness was always fleeting, leaving only pain and fear that never dissipate. Yet, even so, they fought for those brief, gifted moments of happiness till the very end. You once joked how the Great Rover is a savior. But in Renacida, I failed to save them.
But it sounds like they made their own choices.
Hmm.
True. Just like when you tried to drive me away. You also made what you thought was the best choice. You all hoped for more people to survive. And so did I. So, if the boundaries between humans and creations are already obscure, what is it that determines who we are?
I don't know.
Yep. Oh man. What creature is that? Okay.
It's the heart.
I'm Zenu.
What you are isn't defined by where you're from, but by your heart.
The heart.
Are you willing to trust me? You better not die, or I will throw lazy at you.
This right here. A gift from the Grand Architect. The page buried within my frequency is here.
Sounded fun.
Could this be Leviathan?
Do you find your way home more often?
I don't know what's happening, Lazy. She might be okay. Like, that might have been enough to cure her.
Just as I thought.
I thought you were a hedge witch.
You can really work wonders, Rover.
Denia?
You are literally my least favorite type of person.
Now, can you tell me why you loathe me? Hahaha.
Rover, we've detected a severe frequency fluctuation. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. We'll be back soon.
Very well. I'll see you soon.
Oh, you took a proper test for the witching. And you're a green witch. Yes, she's not going to die.
Sounds like Professor Armand is getting a bit impatient. We should head back.
What about your answer?
No need to get ahead of yourself now. You're not quite there yet. I'm keeping it a secret for now. Plus, we still haven't fulfilled our agreement yet. Can't let the cake go to waste. Would you want to come out with me again after tomorrow?
I would.
Well, that makes things trickier. I still have things I have to do, after all. If only today could be a bit longer. However, did it ever cross your mind that my being alive and staying here might be an even bigger problem?
If you feel you don't belong here, then someday in the future, would you be willing to?
Stop right there. It was just a joke. I don't want to put you in a tough spot. Easy. Today is my birthday. I won't be going anywhere. At least to you. This will be my last lie.
Alright, where am I going now? You got the luggage. Is that to move?
Nana is conducting a thorough checkup on Denia. I imagine this must have been a very long day for you, Rover. Her conditions have greatly improved since this morning. As for the frequency fluctuation earlier, did something happen?
About that.
You tell Armand about the book page left by the Grand Architect. Hey, welcome in, Empty Void. Thanks for coming in again. We're playing some Wuthering Waves.
Form of interaction?
So I do play a lot of gacha, like I said.
Actually manipulating her.
We are probably getting close to the end, which makes for an early stream, unless I want to run around for a bit more.
Wonder we couldn't find the source of the symptoms.
I probably will.
Fortunately, you were hit. It'll be the same as the past few days.
How is everyone?
Although she won't be
So we've got Lazy in here and Onyx Fury.
with our research.
Might have seen both of them last stream, I think.
I know what you're thinking, Rover. I've been monitoring your itinerary and field reports all day, but even if everyone recognizes her as a victim, the Space Trek Collective's work and responsibilities will not change for her. We don't have better solutions now. This is the fact.
What about her birthday
We
cake?
haven't had a chance to get it yet. It's still with Zahira. You can only get that specific fruit crackle she requested from Zahira.
Okay.
She hopes you can accompany her on her birthday. I believe you should be the one to personally bring her the cake. We'll be waiting for you here.
So in a way, I have the goods. Happily takes Lazy to a nearby ice cream shop. Oh, okay. That's cute.
Let's get moving.
The train for Star Torch Academy and the Frostlands will be departing soon. All passengers, please take your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Oh, let me out of here. All right.
Void storm hazard level at transit stop low.
See, I can ride along on the motorcycle. Wait. I have to go to this woman out here in the wilderness to get cake? What is this little gremlin? Ah, Soliloquy. That's pretty cute.
Are you here to pick up the birthday cake? One moment, please.
Denia. She said she had to take care of something. But what exactly? Does it have something to do with the Threnodian's frequency in the Deemer Plains?
Did they spell Threnodian wrong there? What is going on?
If this
Threnodina?
finding Denia was part of the Grand Architect's plan, then what about removing that page from her? Or if I were in Denia's shoes?
Easy. Today is my birthday. I won't be going anywhere.
You see the time shown by the terminal, 0:15 a.m. It's past Denia's birthday.
Here it is. I know it's a bit late, but I believe it's more than enough to convey your heart.
Rover, Denia has left the academy and is heading towards the Deemer Plains.
How did she leave?
With her forte, we've detected residual void matter particles at the platform. Professor Armand was trapped inside a bubble. Luckily, no broken bones. She hasn't removed her resonance suppression device.
Nani?
Should we initiate the emergency protocol?
No. Give me her location.
Sits down gently and a server brings out 2 slices of ice cream cake with chocolate chips.
Understood. Coordinates sent. Good luck, Rover.
I thought you'd stop her.
I tried, but with her condition now, she would die if I tried any harder.
That doesn't sound like you.
Trees will grow tall, and leaves will turn green, Rover.
Yay, chocolate chips.
She made a grown-up decision.
So I think she's going there to heal things.
The soul vein heartwood. Spectacular. No matter how many times I see it, will this be my last visit? Just as I thought, the void matter here is going on a rampage. I must get to the bedroom quickly.
The bedroom.
Leaving just a few words inside that page.
Alright.
Find your way home more often.
Yeah, enjoy that ice cream.
I knew it.
What flavor?
Sorry, Rover. But just like in the fairy tale, the magic wears off past midnight. At least this time I wasn't lying, right?
Oh, it got caught? Can't jump? That way it works.
Back to this place. Once more.
Triple chocolate with chocolate mousse. That is it dark chocolate? I also really like good mocha with the coffee and chocolate together. That's amazing.
Is the elevator locked? Could it be? Let's try to go around from the other side.
Evora.
Where did you come from? And aren't you annoying to look at?
told you a long time ago, didn't I?
What was that?
A special monster left behind in the Voidthirst cradle. It seems to have no physical form and cannot be attacked or destroyed. It will relentlessly pursue intruders and drag them into the void, but remains completely still while being observed. More love eating Oreo ice cream. Oh, that sounds nice. The cookies and cream style or something? When you see void matter contamination at the edge of the screen, she is getting close. Press the button to turn around quickly at such moments.
The world is a cliff, and civilization a train with carriages of different times.
My attacks don't do anything. Does it not have a physical form? I see. As long as I keep my eyes on it, it'll behave.
Lazy, your is Oreo ice cream. Oh, here I go.
The moment it falls into the abyss, everything will also fall, one after the other.
Locked. But there should still be an emergency key.
First, people abandon their morality, then emotions, and finally, faith. In the end, all that's left is an empty shell. The ruins.
What a pestering ghost.
You've been there before. You know how it feels.
You were nearby? Boy, this is kind of creepy. They did this really well with the noise, the monster behind you. You've got to turn around occasionally.
You reach out, yet you fail. Even to grab something to end your life.
Calm down. Stop shaking, Denia. I should be able to go around from the other side.
Making progress.
There
Continue onward.
is where you will finally Lives rise and fall like the winter wheat. But agony, agony is the name that never dies.
So what? Wait, again?
Got rid of that bunch.
I walked with the crib of the void.
In your dreams. Come on. I'm not hiding from you again.
A billion. Looks kind of like Razio from Resident Solstice when she's in her special form, angel form.
Lend me your hand. Surprise,
Wait, dizzy? What do you mean by that? You're getting dizzy? Or like Dizzy the character from Guilty Gear? Me, okay. I was like, how does Onyx Fury know about Dizzy from Guilty Gear?
Oh, my feet hurt. This experimental terminal is getting on my nerves. I still feel the abnormal neural reflexes, even after an injection lately.
Oh, really? Sounds like you can properly feel pain now. Remember this feeling, Denya. Pain compels us to live.
To hell with that feeling. That bastard tried to fool me with saline as a painkiller.
Guilty Gear is one of the fighting games I play. I'm not great at it, but it is a fighting game like Street Fighter or Tekken or
You're awake.
King of Fighters.
I prepared a present.
But the idea of Guilty Gear was that you move fast, you hit hard, there's lots of big attacks, and big combos, and a lot of edge. It's kind of a balls to the walls, everything's going crazy game.
What's a present?
A present is a commodity without a fixed price. You'll be a nice little rule follower with it.
Rules? What? Do you find your way home more often and don't bring strangers home? Huh.
Check the refrigerator.
The food here has been left untouched. Why is that, Denya?
At Star Torch Academy, there's something called dessert. Eating it brings back that scene in my dreams.
Starting tomorrow, come home for dinner.
A broken table I picked up from somewhere. Spent quite some time here. When was the last time I read a book? What was I reading? A professional guide to emotional performance?
Haha.
It became my draft paper anyhow. A textbook for void matter science. A seal-proof guide to enrollment. And the Lahiroi meteorology I borrowed from Nastasha. She even snuck a copy of the exam sheet inside. But she never mentioned it was from the previous year. I used all the wrong answers on the real thing. And she teased me about it for ages. Those academy courses were brutal. Barely ever scored above a D, besides void matters. Strange. They just come rushing back at times like this. And what's this? A memory album from the photography fan club?
She's a glowworm, I guess? I don't know what you mean by that.
Adorable. But it'll turn out better if you smile.
I spent 2 years watching people. Watching their joy. Their sorrow. What they call emotion is how they prove they're alive. But what's behind emotion?
Wait, did she not understand it at all? I know I was kind of like artificially created.
What's that look on my face?
It's the heart, Denia. What you are isn't defined by where you're from.
Hands lazy napkins? What are lazy napkins?
But by your heart.
Is that so? And somewhere along the way.
Oh, okay. Lazy as in the chatter.
Let's put an end to this.
Leave the room. Oh, back here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Well, that's her power.
That sounds nice. But sorry, I just can't. However, there is one thing I can do for you all.
What in the world?
From now on, they'll be gone. Back to the with me. Oh, come to think of it, I haven't had cake yet. That's a bit of a shame.
I think that Rover's still gonna save her. Holding out my chances, holding out my bet.
How's that for teamwork? I'd sniff out Leviathan's frequency even in a pile of ashes and snatch it right up.
Great work, Abby.
They like bringing Rover in at the last minute.
Let's go inside and check it out. I hope Denny...
I'm not sure. You see a notice on the door, Denia's room, keep out. Denia might be on the other side of the door. Open it. Open the door! She go inside the bubble? A bubble containing weak, fluctuating frequencies. Looks like someone left a message for you. Touch the bubble.
When you get here, Rover, everything will have ended. Sorry I had to say goodbye this way. This is where it all started. The Fraxidus's Lahai-Roy plan, where the Grand Architect first made contact with Aleph One. And where I was created, I took the Threnodian fragment the Fraxidus left here. Leaving it here would only cause more suffering. As for the experimental data, consider it a parting gift from me to the Space Trek Collective. To be honest, I did think of telling you everything about this place, but sometimes gifts can be incredibly inappropriate. Your worries were correct. When the book page was removed, I received the Grand Architect's final message. Now, I am the last anchor point between Aleph One and Solaris. If I die according to plan, its fragment will disappear along with me. I used to tell myself that was karma. But what does an ending like that mean for Sagrika? For Nastasha? For someone like you, who always tries to save everyone?
Gives the boba to Lazy. I like boba too. Give me one.
You're the Grand Architect's greatest rival. So making you betray your own heart is a bigger prize to them than the Threnodian fragment. It would mean that after all the frustration and failure, you are no different from them.
Yay, boba.
End up going down the same path. But if you had removed that page, the fragment would have lost control after receiving the message. It would have tried to find me, attempting to connect with Aleph One out of instinct. So, when I think about it, it's a good thing you never got to finish what you wanted to say back there. I was a child who showed up at the Fraxidus's door out of nowhere. Became their Threnodian lab mouse by accident. Ever since I can remember, they told me I existed for one reason. To make that moment happen. I've questioned myself countless times. What is the point of everything that I've been through? The answer is always the same. There is no point. Birth, pain, struggle, death. None of these have meaning. That's why when I first heard your story from the Grand Architect...
Thank you for the boba, Lazy says.
Rover. If someone like that is actually out there, then where were they during the longest, most painful days of my life? And why? Why would you appear before me just as everything was about to end? You know what I hated most? Why did everything about you have to be so impossible? Our encounter was never fair. So, I hope hope you can forgive me for not saying goodbye. This is something I must put an end to on my own.
You're welcome. And the ice cream cake.
It's just... it hurts to watch the way you live. I can't even imagine a day when someone like you runs out of miracles. They call you Rover. But you don't even know where you started or where you're going. Even if you made your ideals real, where would that leave you? Where is your happiness in all of that? I never understood what the Grand Architect was mumbling. The future, evolution, or what's going to happen eons later.
Haha.
But at that moment, in front of Aleph 1, I didn't want you to die. At least not at the hands of the Grand Architect, who's got nothing left but mere survival. What surprised me was that
Carrie's lazy back. There you go.
I actually spent an unprecedented day with you. For the first time, I had my own birthday. For the first time, I forgot about the fear brought by the void. For the first time, I met someone I can truly open up to. How should I describe this emotion? It's a kinda hate, isn't it? I don't know where void matter particles will take me next. If I could start over, I'd like to visit the cities Nastasha talked about. To visit places where there are no void storms and Solaskin. Maybe I'll try picking a different major. Try napping in different classes. And taste different cakes in every cafeteria I go to. And then no matter how many times it'll take, I'll come back to Lahiroy. Back to all of you. Whatever you wanted to say, you can tell me the next time we meet. Oh, I almost forgot something important. Actually, all those powers the Grand Architect displayed, including shapeshifting, are not her true forte.
Well, I guess.
Those are derivatives at best. And the shapeshifting has a catch. She needs long-term observation and analysis of her target to pull it off. It's just the idea of her using my face to talk to you. It makes me sick. So let's have a code word. Just between us. Next time, if it's truly me, all my old hates will become likes. Oh, and could you help me enjoy half of my birthday cake? You can save the other half for me, of course. But don't throw away any of the toppings.
Leave Denia's cake here, yes. Interesting.
Will we ever see Denia again?
We will.
Okay. What about the thing you didn't get to say? If you feel like you don't belong here, then someday in the future, would you be willing to... And what about the rest?
Secret. For now.
Gather your thoughts. Head to Star Torch Academy. Oh, switch map. Why? There. Let me see. It has a pink teddy bear and a pink bunny. Let's see. Is it over here? Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Ah, you're early. If you've got time, be sure to show me that secret.
Red backpack and a green backpack. You can feel your eyelids slinking.
Denia, do you have any clues about that scene in your memory?
Nothing. It was just a scene. Maybe from some movies I watched as a kid.
But maybe, in my opinion, you still have a chance to.
Now you're reminding me of what Nastasha once said.
Oh?
Huh?
Raise your head. What do you see?
Lahai Roy's night sky.
True enough. But my reply was the void. The darkness.
What was her reaction?
She said it was actually light fighting against darkness. But it looks like darkness has the upper hand, I said.
But there was only darkness in Lahai Roy at the beginning. Then came the light.
You answered exactly the same way as she did.
So light actually prevailed.
You're right. I guess if you never give up, the story will one day have a good ending. No?
We've got the mind. We've got the mind-bending herder, the eccentric.
Keep the pink one, too.
The ghost girl. What's the
Alright.
Oh, right. The Academy's dark side.
So... there was some... other stuff down here. I have a lot of quests I haven't done in this game that I need to do eventually. But there was some after story stuff here that might be worth doing. Yeah, here's one for this one.
Oh, is that Rebel College? Can I go have a look?
Wait for 2 days.
Not open to the public.
Is that Rebel College? Can I go have a look?
Read Iris's waveline message. Chucklet, we've completed the initial processing of materials recovered from the Praxis lab. The security protocols for these files are still being processed, so access is restricted for now. However, Dr. Armand says you're welcome to visit the Research Institute anytime to discuss anything academic. Talk to Armand. that a warp up there? Chocolate, you're here. We've completed the initial archiving of Fraxidus assets. Although the data cannot yet be verified, the results have already far exceeded our expectations. Exceeded our expectations? In short, it fills a long-standing gap in the Rebel College's research. While the Fraxidus' theories and methods... I can't get a backpack? Okay. Yeah, I'm a very manly fox. The Fraxidus' theories and methods are extreme. They did prove what was once considered impossible. Perhaps in the future, the experiment attempted on Denia could help us pioneer an entirely new direction in this field. Despite the data being from the Fraxidus? Yes, Mr. Chase always said, knowledge and power have no inherent morality. As researchers, our vision is yet too narrow, our understanding too thin. We respect the unknown for what it is, but that doesn't mean we will walk their path. Anyway, I digress, Chucklet. The reason I told you Iris to ask you here is because of Denia. Is there news about her? I'm sorry, Chucklet. I'm sure you're aware it's not that simple. We've made some discoveries from the Fraxidus' data. The Space Trek Collective's Duskville factored into their plan all along. It served as their ultimate failsafe. They all have candy bars. They knew from the start that Aleph One could never descend upon Solaris. Unlike the Threnodian of Rena Sita, Aleph One requires a vessel to establish a connection. Originally, this vessel was going to be a void matter pod, until a successful experiment finally granted them their ideal containment unit. Denia. Precisely. Although the experiment was successful, for reasons unknown, the Fraxidus was dissatisfied with the outcome. Consequently, their researchers abandoned the dimmer planes and vanished. In other words, their real project in Lahai Roy may have concluded years ago. This disaster may have been nothing more than a final stress test. As for those facilities, Iris has determined that the reason they haven't fully been decommissioned is due to Denia's own deficiencies. She herself must rely on a void matter pod to modulate her frequency. Experiment logs show her synchronization with the Voidborn Threnodian has been steadily declining year by year. This trend only intensified after she came to Star George Academy. Meaning, to the Fraxidus, a vessel developing a sense of self was no longer perfect? I'm sorry, Chucklet, I couldn't stop her. She made a choice. Of course. You're right. Still, aside from my research these past few days, I've been thinking of something, Chucklet. To a researcher, the world is divided into existing and imminent knowledge. We constantly foist our logic upon things that exist within the scope of our understanding. We subconsciously assume that what is rational will yield the correct results. Yet perhaps this blind overambition breeds arrogance. We've traded our imagination of the unknown for progress through tunnel vision. This whole situation. We claim to reject the new Federation's policies, but what we did, what we tried to take from Denia, how are we different from the Fraxidus? Heh, listen to me, getting ahead of myself again. Perhaps I should take the day off today. I appreciate everything you've done. It's high time you gave yourself a vacation, Chucklet. Read Sigrika's waveline message. Senior, can I see you today? Yeah, what is it? Sure. I'm waiting for you in the cafeteria. Alright. Is that the way I have to launch down? Taking the pot or whatever? Hmm. Oh. Can I get that up there? Yeah, alright. Let's go find Sigrika. Senior, you're here. I've been helping Professor Mornii with the reactor drive for the past couple of days. Feels like it's been ages since we met, Senior. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's fine. Even though the things I've been a bit busy lately, I've been very productive. It's been the kind of day when I look back, I'll be able to say with confidence, I'm finally on the way to making my dreams a reality. I'm not talking about physical exhaustion, Sigrika. I know what you mean, Senior. Lately, whenever I have a moment to myself, I keep thinking about that afternoon we spent with Denia. That's why I wanted to meet with you today. There's something I really want to make sure with you. I'll try to answer the best as I can. Senior, my friend Nivora, she's never coming back, is she? Yes. Thank you, Senior. Before the new solar celebration, I also asked President Lucilla and Dr. Herson. Neither of them gave me a straight answer. They took me for a child back then. But I had already guessed what had happened. And also about what happened to Denia. She always did tell me that ignoring certain things was the key to staying happy. But then I received her scheduled message. She chose to tell me everything in the end. She said on that day she realized I didn't seek friends just to make myself happy. And hopefully that would be true for her as well. You'll see her again someday. Yes, that's also what Denia said. When the time comes, will I be a better adult? Probably. Alright, I think that was our after rewards. I am going to do a raid now. Ugh. Raid time. Let's see what we've got. Oh. Tempting. Very tempting, Charlotte. St. Cisco's on. Always a favorite. Oh, Zeus is back. Let's try out Charlotte.